Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me for the show is Shomik Chakrabarti, Bharat Ramraj, and Mohor Chaudhary. The last time, some years ago, when we talked about the Southern Derby, which is RCB versus CSK, it used to be a one sided affair. But suddenly, it's RCB who has flipped the script completely and they have smashed it tonight. They are on mission domination and are totally playing like a team who's going out there to defend the title with every single match that they play. I'll start with you, Bharat. Tell me about the atmosphere inside the stadium. I said this ahead of the game that the RCB fans will be the 12th man tonight. And of course, when it comes to CSK versus RCB, it depends a lot where the game is being played because I always say that the crowd support is the biggest factor here, one of the biggest factors. But the batting lineup, RCB man, they're just too strong, and Chinnaswamy and CSK bowlers, it's just not a good match.
Yeah, RCB's fans outnumbered CSK's fans. That's unexpected lines. It was something like maybe 70-30, 80-20. There were a few Dhoni fans going around, but RCB's fans definitely outnumbered them. And you could see it inside the stadium as well. When Virat Kohli was batting, there were chants of King Kohli, Kohli, Kohli. When RCB took a wicket, there were a lot of chants of RCB, RCB. That was again unexpected lines. Yes, compared to last year, I would say because of the crowd management, with the kind of security that is around, security personnel are not allowing anyone to walk, anyone to form groups. Even if you just stand for 3-4 minutes, they will come and ask you to leave. Even that includes myself. So that is why I think the kind of passion is not there this time around. Not because it's not a packed house, just because there are security measures, better security measures. But having said that, you could still see a lot of fans coming out. They had painted their faces. Obviously, Virat Kohli fans, with lot of Virat Kohli fans had come out, and it was great to see. There was a bit of banter as well between CSK fans and RCB fans on the other side. So that was about the atmosphere. As far as the match is concerned, see, RCB is playing, I think, some great cricket. You have to give it to them. Their batting lineup is very powerful. The kind of pitches that they're playing in, flat pitches, they have the kind of batting lineup to get 240, 250 runs on the boards. Someone like Tim David coming down the order, someone like Romare Shepherd coming down the order, someone like Rajat Patidar batting at number 5. That kind of batting lineup can send shivers down the spine of any bowling attack, including CSK. Have a modest attack, but I think even with better attacks, they can send a shiver down the spine of the opponent. So you have to give it to RCB. They, I think, are playing some fantastic cricket. The fielding also is good. Someone like Jacob Duffy has come in for Joe Hazelwood. He's also taking wickets. Krunal Pandya is also making regular insertions. So I think it was an all-round effort. And I think in home conditions, they've cracked the code of winning matches in home conditions.
Shomik, ahead of the game, you said it is CSK who will win. You predicted CSK will win. I just want to understand your reasoning behind it.
See, the way CSK started, and the fielding was like a school team. In the very first ball, Virat Kohli should have been run out. Phil Salt he was given reprieve. A dolly, Shibam Dubey dropped a dolly of Virat Kohli. So I didn't expect that kind of schoolboy like fielding. That is to start with. And there was a time when, after a certain point, I saw head to head, and CSK were ahead. In fact, at that particular stage, RCB were 150 for 2, and CSK were 156 for 7. So, in terms of runs, they were ahead, but they lost too many wickets, and that was scoreboard pressure. Their bowling is pedestrian. Their bowling is. I have always maintained that you win nothing with this kind of bowling. But then again, this is a redevelopment phase. This is a rebuilding phase for CSK. Maybe they need some fresh ideas because Stephen Fleming he resembles Brian Clough at Nottingham Forest in 1992-93. Great coach, and he unarguably IPL's the best coach as yet because just by going by the number of titles he won. Mumbai Indians have also 1-5, not under just one coach. So Stephen Fleming, what he has achieved, that is absolutely brilliant. But now after a point, maybe a coach has a shelf life, and after a point, you need some fresh ideas. I expect CSK to, I mean, see, journey in sport is never linear. It is sport happens in cycles. Earlier, it used to be CSK's time. Now, the other teams, Punjab Kings, Royal Challengers Bangalore, they have been doing well. And if you look at, I mean, if you look at, I mean, the biggest sporting institutions in the world, I'm not talking about the IPL, I'm talking about the biggest sporting institutions in the world. Manchester United haven't won the league title since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement in 2013. Liverpool went titleless for 30 years. Chicago Bulls didn't want to win a title for 27 plus years post uh, Michael Jordan's retirement. So it happens, and it is, I mean, it is good for sport, in fact, and it is part of the journey. The latest I expect CSK to regain their mojo is 2028, not before that.
Makes sense because a team in transition, it does take a couple of years to get back into rhythm. Mohor, talk about RCB, talk about Virat Kohli. Once again, those conversations about strike rate, maybe they'll come up again. Who knows? Who knows what Twitter will do when you wake up in the morning? But at the same time, the top five has been incredible tonight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's where I'll start from. So earlier, when we used to follow the IPL, RCB used to mean Virat Kohli. But now RCB has so many talented players, one after the other. It's a all-round collective effort from everyone. You look at the top five, you look at the bowling department, you look at the fielding, the wicket keeping, everything has been top-notch, which is, I think, making them stand out from the rest. I mean, Virat Kohli undoubtedly is one of the greatest in the games, but also at the same time, if you look at the other players, you know that you can rely on them. If on a day Virat Kohli and Phil Salt are unable to get going, you know that there is a Devdutt Padikkal or probably there's a Rajat Patidar. Of course, there are Romario Shepherd and Tim David. All of them, you know that they are there to to keep the scoreboard ticking, which is, I mean, missing in some of the teams in the IPL. That is what is making them win consecutively. That is the collective all round effort on the field. And yes, Virat Kohli, once again, we have in the recent times we have seen a slight difference in his way of approaching the T20, sorry. He's far more aggressive at the top. Yeah, but today, the pitch seemed a bit difficult to bat on at first. It was, I mean, they were struggling quite a bit in the power play. Also, the outfield was a bit slower as compared to what we know of Chinnaswamy. But after a point of time, it started easing out and it was easier to bat on. But yeah, the all-round batting effort, the all-round bowling effort, everybody chipping in, that's what is making them invincible, I would say.
Bharat, at this point, everyone in the RCB team seems like a revelation. Phil Salt at the top, we always knew what he could do. Virat Kohli, once again, with an important cameo with that 28 of 18. Devdutt Padikkal, once again, proving very, impactful. Rajat Patidar, the captain, leading from the front, and Tim David brought that extra bit of firepower to the batting order. Do you think this was more about RCB's brilliance or CSK's lack of bowling, let's say, lack of bowling firepower?
Yeah, always there will be two ways to look at it. You have to give it to RCB. I think it was a superlative batting effort from RCB. To start with, obviously, the pitch was doing a little bit. There was a little bit of nip in the surface. Maybe there was some tennis ball bounce, but they got through that. Yes, CSK dropped a catch or two. They missed a run outs, but RCB got through that, and pill salt started to look like the pill salt of old. Then, as you noted, Devdutt Padikkal came into the equation. Is someone who has batted really well over the last 1 year. I think he's made some technical changes. He has added a trigger, small trigger, back foot trigger. I think that is helping his power game. He's also looking to come down the track to fast bowlers. So these are the kind of changes that he's made. So he's reaping the rewards of all of it, and credit to him. And then again, the lower middle order or middle order is so strong with Patidar. Romario Shepherd can score 40 of 10, 12 balls. Team David, I think, has also made a few technical changes in the sense that he's staying slightly left side of the ball, trying to hit through the offside against spin bowlers. So I think he's improved his game against spin bowling. So they have batting lineup right through number 7, number 8. Krunal Pandya also can come in and chip in with useful scores. And yes, CSK's bowling is quite modest, but I think it's also lack of clarity because if you notice RCB's fast bowlers, especially Jacob Duffy, has taken 5 wickets. How he has taken those 5 wickets? By bowling a shorter length, by looking to stick to his strengths, that is bowl a hard length. But look at what is happening to CSK's pacer, Jamie Overton, a very similar kind of bowler to Jacob Duffy. But he was trying to bowl Yorker after Yorker after Yorker. It made no sense because that is not his strength. His strength is to bowl hard length. So I think it's also because of lack of clarity that is affecting CSK. Yes, their bowling is quite modest. In these conditions, someone like Anshul Kamboj will go for some runs. Even Khalil Ahmad, with great respect to him, is not some gun left arm pace bowler. Yes, Noor Ahmad is good enough, but still, I think they have problems in their bowling attack. But I think it's also because of lack of clarity in their from their coaching staff that is affecting their bowling attack because it doesn't make sense for someone like Jamie Orton to try Yorkers even in 2013 or 2012 when Jamie Orton was playing for Somerset. I didn't see him try Yorker after Yorker, so I just made absolutely zero sense to me. So I think it also goes back to their coaching staff, which is not giving enough clarity to their bowlers in order to execute.
Where is that question? Okay, Ashok Nambudiri is asking. He's joined the show in a different, from a different way, not on the screen, but on the screen nonetheless. Ashok is asking, is this arguably RCB's best ever squad? Shomik, what do you think?
Best ever. This squad, I think, is better than what I mean. This squad is even better than their title-winning squad. That I can say. This is even better than their title-winning squad. That inclusion of Jacob Duffy as Josh Hazelwood's backup, everything, and now look, some a team that can afford to sit out a generational talent like Jacob Bethel. You can understand. You can understand how formidable they are. I will not talk about whether they are because see, RCB have gone through many phases. The first year, 2008, they assembled a team of Galacticos, and after that, after the auction, Mr. Vijay Malia got a phone call from one of his friends, and who told him congratulations on picking a test team. So from there, they have gone through many phases. They There was a phase that when they used to put all their eggs in one basket, that was Virat Kohli. Now they have become a mature franchise. I would say this franchise eventually has come of age last year, and to this year they are building on that. And the focus is clearly on that to prove that last year's success was not just one off. They are trying to build on that, and that is very good. That is very good. Credit has to be given to the team, to the management, although RCB will have a new ownership very soon after this IPL. They will have a new ownership, and we'll see which direction the team takes next year.
Can I add
One
just one
question.
point? Just one
Yeah,
point. Just
please.
one point on it. See, I think it also goes to their coaching staff. I think it goes down to Andy Flower. It goes down to Mo Babat. I think these are the kind of guys who are ensuring that there is clarity in that camp. I think that is the main factor to look at. Because if you look at Jacob Duffy, the same bowler, when he was playing for New Zealand, he was bowling a fuller length and he was getting smashed around in the T20 World Cup and in the bilateral series against India. But the same bowler has pulled his length back, is trying to bowl a lot of hard length at the Sinnaswamy Stadium and succeeding. So I think he's the greatest example in relation to how the coaching staff is ensuring there is clarity in the camp. And the same thing can be said about Tim David. Tim David knows his role. Romare Shepard knows his role. Phil Salt knows his role. Obviously, Virat Kohli would know his role. So Rajat Patida, everyone knows his role, right down to Krunal Pandya. I think so. A lot of credit has to be given to their coaching staff, Andy Flower and Mo Babat. Andy Flower has such a great record across leagues, not just in India. He's won, helped teams win ILT20. He has helped teams to win PSL, uh, and he's helped teams to win 100 as well. So everywhere, wherever he goes, the team seems to win a trophy or two. So I think it also goes down to their coaching staff. A lot of credit.
Shamik, the other thing that I wanted to ask you, and Bharat, you can chime in on this as well. Uh, CSK finally getting Sarfaraz Khan in ahead of Kartik Sharma. You were talking about this. Although again at the top of the order there are problems, Sarfaraz Khan has been, grabbing every opportunity that he's getting with both hands, and he's been quite impressive because for so long it was almost as if he was ignored from the T20 setup because everyone assumed that he was a test specialist and never
Exactly.
got him in. Yeah.
It's heartening to see. It's heartening to see. I mean, this is a guy who scores a mountain of runs in domestic cricket and gets ignored as regards the Indian Test team. And now CSK actually bought him at the auction as an afterthought. I did the story that CSK might be going for him, but once again, it was sort of as an afterthought. In the first round of bidding, they didn't pick Sarfraz Khan. Only after when some players are recalled, they did that. And I mean, he is proving that his game is good enough for every format. So he is one of the positives for CSK as far as this season is concerned. In fact, even in this doom and gloom, there are certain positives as far as CSK are concerned. Prashant Bhira is very impressed. A mid-wicket drive of the back foot he played of Kunal Pandya. For me, that was the shot of the match. What a shot! And if a youngster can play such a shot, which means he is a fantastic talent. Now it is very difficult for any youngster to flourish or prosper in a struggling team. First of all, they need that wedding in phase, and it is easier in a successful team. In a struggling team, it is very difficult for a youngster to flourish. These guys, Prashant Veer, I think Kartik Sharma also is still too early, but Kartik Sharma also, I mean, they will grow as players. And once again, that is why I'm saying I will. The latest CSK can once again be a force to reckon with is 2028 because they need one more auction, they need one more transfer window to get their bowling in order. They have looked after batting, and once Dewald Davis comes back, this batting would be even more. This batting would be even stronger. But they need to look. They need to sort out their bowling, and they need one more transfer window or auction window. And after that, the next year, I expect all the new players, maybe under a new coaching setup or under a new captain, that integration phase. And that is why I have been maintaining that 2028 maybe they will have to wait for 2 more years before we see this old CSK of old again. But I'm a little disappointed once again with Ruturaj Gaikwad. He is not pulling his weight when he had the opportunity to establish himself as a leader, not as a captain, as a leader. I mean, in terms of leading by example also. But he has not done that. As far as Sanju Samson is concerned, I think he is suffering from the law of diminishing returns, and it can happen after the high of a World Cup.
Bharat, I guess the lights around you keep going out, so I'm going to let you go because it's quite late as well. We will continue the show from here on. If you want to add anything before you go, please feel free to do so, but you are free to leave now.
Yeah, not much to add. Yes, it was a great performance from RCB in their home conditions. And if they keep going like this, I think they can win a few more in a row because when you get that momentum, it becomes a lot easier because you're confident. Yes, now they will travel away from home, and it might be slightly more difficult when they come up against different teams in different conditions. But they have the confidence, so I expect them to keep winning a few more matches.
All right. Thank you so much, Bharat, for joining. Wishing you a good night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. All right, Mohor, let's talk about the other game that we had in the morning. SRH versus Lucknow Super Giants. They finally got their win. I had predicted SRH to win, but that did not happen. But good, I think it was a good performance by the LSG bowlers to choke out SRH for 156, that too in Hyderabad, on a deck like Hyderabad. So that tells you a lot about how LSG has made a comeback. Your thoughts?
Yeah, for sure. Just the way you thought, even I thought that maybe SRH is going to win because they had the home advantage on their side. Of course, they know the conditions well. They have destructive batters, but the way I mean, they were not able to fire at all. Credits to Mohammad Shami in the power play. Obviously, he was bowling really well. The field placements were also excellent during those, especially during the. I remember during the Abhishek Sharma wicket, the way it edged and went to short third man. I think. I, of course, also have to mention how Rishabh Pant's captaincy also was good today, especially on the field. So, I mean, unexpected because of the kind of quality that the SRH batters have. But on the contrary, if you look at their bowling display, it was phenomenal today. Also, the batting as well. The way it was the perfect decision once again to make Aiden Markram and Mitchell Marsh open because that's where they're suited. They played really well. They gave the proper start that was needed. And then Rishabh Pant coming in at number 3, which was interesting to me because this is not usually the kind of the play of the gameplay that Rishabh Pant follows. It was kind of different. He took on the role of the anchor. He took it slow, calm, and composed instead of playing those audacious shots that he's known for. And he built an innings under pressure. He knew he's the captain. He has the responsibility of taking his team across the line, and he did that. He stayed there till the end, and he made sure that he makes his team win, which was very impressive to me. So yeah, unexpected,
Yeah.
but in a good way. Happy for LSG.
Shomik, what I'm going to do now is read out Mohammad Shami's figures. 4 overs, uh, two wickets, 9 runs given, and an economy of 2.25 against Sunrisers Hyderabad on a Hyderabad wicket. Your thoughts?
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Not
As
not
far
good enough.
not no 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 absolutely not good enough. He is not good enough. He is not fit enough. As per the chief selector and the head coach. So once again, we are helpless sort of. We can only say he has been doing fantastic things. He picked up more than 60 wickets last domestic season. His last competitive match before the IPL, he took 8 wickets and took Bengal on the cusp of victory in the Ranji Trophy semi-final against Jammu and Kashmir. It was that pathetic batting display Bengal had done in by their pathetic batting display in their second innings. But Shami did that. But what do you see? Um, Players like Prashid Krishna, they get picked at the expense of Mohammad Shami because Mohammad Shami is not good enough. He is not fit enough. He doesn't fit into the scheme of things. So he has taken these wickets fine, but he will not be brought back to the Indian team fold. So end of story. He is now playing. He is playing, and he is entertaining us. As long as he will continue to play, he will offer some quality because he is quality. But the Indian team, he is not coming back to the Indian team. The whole irony of it. End of story.
That's true. And especially after delivering performances like these, it must sting. It must sting, and Mohammad Shami must be sitting in that dressing room in that dugout, and he must keep thinking, "What am I doing wrong to not be in Indian colors right now?" But anyway, I'm sure he's taking it in his stride. Let's take a couple questions, and then we can close the show. Fitmonk is saying a family wedding without a favorite cousin is a waste of time. Lot out Dhoni bhai. Mohor, how much of MS Dhoni are CSK missing on the field right now?
Okay, that was a very nice comparison, by the way, Fit Monk. But yeah, I mean, definitely, I've been mentioning this constantly in lives. It's not just about what Dhoni does on the field when he comes down to bat at a number 8 or 9, how many runs he scores, but it's his presence on the field which has always been very pivotal. He's always guided his bowlers, his captain as well. We've always seen Ruturaj Gaikwad constantly discussing and communicating with MS Dhoni. So, of course, he's a very important part. And now that he's not there, he's sitting out. I mean, we can see that it's affecting the team. Having said that, I think now it's time that the CSK management, the CSK leaders who are there, they have to step up, because there will come a time sooner or later that Dhoni will definitely will not be there in like playing for CSK. So, and I mean, of course, and given his age and his injury concerns, and obviously there will come a time when he has to say goodbye to this format. So before that, I think it's high time for the CSK leaders and everybody out there to step up and realize that okay, this is our chance to prove ourselves that we can be a better team even without Dhoni. I mean, obviously, he brings a lot to the table, but of course, we have to consider the fact that there will come a time when he's not here. So, of course, I don't see it as an excuse, but it can be an explanation. Well, on the other hand, I would also like to add that this is a very young team. It's a very inexperienced team. They don't have not just Dhoni. They're also missing out on a Jadeja probably, who's not here this time. So it's an inexperienced team. They are trying to build themselves. This is a transition phase that they are going through. But then again, they are a champion team. So just like Shomikda said, not maybe immediately, but 2028 onwards, I do see them having a good auction. Maybe I'll hope, and maybe they can come back from there.
Okay, final question here. Fitmonk with another comment, another witty comment. He's saying, after justice for Sanju, we were never prepared for justice for Shami. This is what he's saying.
Just enjoy while it lasts, because you will not get a bowler of Shami's caliber every alternate day, and you will not get a bowler of Shami's caliber in a supermarket. So as long as he is playing whatever level that is, first class cricket, white ball cricket, just enjoy his bowling and enjoy that seam presentation, enjoy the thought process, enjoy how he still has been outwitting the batsman. Abhishek Sharma, the rising star or the superstar, the way he took the ball away, outswinger away from him, and a fly slip in place. A fly slip in place, not a conventional slip. The way he just outthought the youngster. So enjoy while it lasts. Once again, you will not get a bowler of Shami's caliber every day.
Absolutely. He served Indian cricket well, and through the IPL, maybe he can go out on a high. And certainly he is doing that so far in this season. Thank you so much, Shomik and Mohor, for joining. Thank you, Bharat, as well, who joined us from the Chinnaswamy Stadium. We'll be back tomorrow with the more IPL coverage. And of course, we've not forgotten other sports. So stay tuned to Rev Sports, because you'll get every update on sport on this channel. Thank you so much.